and guiding them towards a future they cannot predict. And now I'm going to call on Renee to come forward.
Thanks everyone. It is a sad and humbling honour to say some final words today. As a family, we never said goodbye. We always said see you soon. So, to my partner, my lover, my best friend Luke Mathew Aiken, and our masterpiece, amazing little boy Achilles Youllbe Aiken, we will see you soon. In the natural order of life, a parent does not outlive their child. This is a tragedy and a pain reserved for a chosen few. For this, my heart goes out equally out to Luke's parents and any other parent who has ever or will ever experience this depth of despair. The greater the pain you bear, the greater the love has been. While it is natural for us all to mourn our loss, today is a day where in true Celtic fashion we must celebrate the lives of Achilles and Luke. Show the world what they meant to us and most importantly honour them by keeping them in our thoughts and cherishing the memories we have. Achilles and Luke leave behind a trail of broken hearts including Poppy Cottrell, Poppy Aiken, Nanny Annette, brothers Jaden, Will, Jake, sisters Bindi, Billy Lee, Courtney, uncles Nigel, Alan, Shane, Adam, aunties Bianca, Lynn, Kate and Francis. Luke and I spent more than a decade together in what could be sometimes described as a semi-volatile relationship, which happens when two strong characters are drawn together. People can be quick to judge from afar. Neither of us was without flaw, neither of us were perfect, and both of us knew it. But together we were inseparable, no matter the distance nor time spent apart. Achilles was our common bond and together Luke and I only ever showed him more than big love. His bold, big and beautiful spirit made us proud of the little man he was becoming. Everywhere we went, he would speak with people, attract people. Achilles made friends everywhere. So to whoever was lucky enough to cross Achilles' path, his journey of life, you are all blessed. The people close to us know the mistakes we made in our lives inspired us to strive and become better humans. Learning from our mistakes enabled us to pass on a unique wisdom to Achilles through the journey of life. We were so close to achieving the dream of a clean, healthy, productive life, and now the memories and what we had achieved together that we created are all that is left. To me, this is everything. Luke and Achilles will both live within me. I will see everything they can no longer see, and I will breathe the air they can no longer breathe. Luke was the most loving, doting father. He provided, protected, and was a leader and a teacher to Achilles the best way he knew how. Achilles walked this earth for 1,894 days. Every one of those days were a blessing. His first sleep, first yawn, first sound, first word, first step, first laugh, first cry are mine to treasure. Achilles lived a very active life with me especially. We did so much together, and when Luke wasn't working, we were always doing something together as a family. Achilles loved the beach, loved painting, loved hiding his father's tools after playing with them. Everyone that got the privilege of meeting our child Achilles knows he was a little champion. He was the smallest child at the skate park that every mother had their eye on. He used to ride his scooter off the biggest dips from the age of 2, and other mothers would ask me, "Is that your boy? He is so clever." I would reply, "Yes, that's my boy." Achilles and my father, in which he referred to as Poppy Cottrell, had a very special bond, sharing their love of cars. Every time we turned up to Pop's, he knew Pop always had something for him, and if Pop didn't give it to him, he would work out a way to sneak it in the car and take it home or be nice until he got it. Achilles had a love unlike any other child for cars and bikes, anything that had wheels really. We used to collect Disney cars with the eyes as he would call them. I remember my brother Alan turning up to Dad's house in his fast car, and Achilles walked to the back of his car and said, "Oh, Mum, look at the pumps on that." meaning the exhaust. Luke used to laugh so hard with him at that. Achilles loved kicking a ball and loved his Auntie Kate's dog Mash. He loved walking the gardens with Auntie Kate, learning different things about nature. His love of horses was growing as Auntie Kate would take Achilles to feed and pat them, and had only just not long put him on a horse to teach him to ride. His favourite person to play with was Willie's brother. It's there he learnt to ride a scooter, play computer games, and loved turning the PlayStation off when Will was in the middle of a game. He loved playing Minecraft with Jaden and loved waking Jaden up by slamming through the bedroom door, saying cheekily on the top of his voice, "Good morning, Jaden." I even have memories of him chasing his sister Bindi with a prawn. Achilles spent time with Lynn, Taryn and Kai. Kai absolutely loved him, would roughen him up every time he saw him, although Taryn absolutely melted his heart. Taking him to the beach, bike riding, and bought him his first football outfit. He loved watching her on TV, and every time he would lose sight of her, I'd have to get off the lounge and point you out to him, Taryn. He made me. His favourite uncle was Uncle Brad. He would make jokes about his Woody doll out of Toy Story that it was Uncle Brad. Every time he turned up, he would walk up to Uncle Brad's front door and yell out, Uncle Brad, are you home, Uncle Brad?" They had a great bond together. Today, I wear navy blue, especially for you, Luke, because I know how much you disliked authority. Today is the last time I have the honour of representing you. Today, I'm representing not only you, although our little family. I have known Luke for 22 years. We have been together for close to a decade. When Luke and I first got together, I had engraved on the back of a gold watch, "My time is with you," because Luke, my time was always with you, no matter the distance nor time that we ever spent apart. Luke was a bad boy and I was a good girl. Our relationship was inseparable, amongst other things. So many people and life experiences wanted to divide us, although could never tear us apart. We always found our way to each other, no matter the cost, no matter the clause. Together we were one. With Achilles, we were inseparable. Luke had always said to me, "Renee, you and that boy are my world." I knew this when he came home with our names tattooed on him and a portrait of my face in the middle of his chest, writing on his heart. Having Luke as a partner, I got to experience with him so many things. He had insatiable curiosity with a lot of life experience in everything I knew nothing about. He opened up a whole new world for me, all of the good things and some bad. Luke was not short of charisma. To have someone like that open your eyes to so many, many things in a rock and roll way, in a lovable, humorous, amazing way, fulfilled me. Even when life was slightly on the wild side, he was always very tender with me. I was a precious little thing to him. So among the headiness and hard times, it was bittersweet. Luke was a man of his own right. He was loved and respected by so many high-profile people in his life. He would always help what he called his brothers and would always go for the underdog. Everyone who knew Luke knew he loved a two-ears new and a JD chaser, not to mention an ox. He had a love of making money the best way he knew how at any one time, even shared that too. He loved listening to Pink Floyd, Dire Straits, Australian Crawl, AC/DC, and together we listened to Lana Del Rey. One thing I know is he loved his food, his mother's cooking especially. We visited so many restaurants together. Luke would laugh his head off and literally want to hide under the table whilst I'm clicking my fingers for the waitress to hurry up and serve us. Luke loved his cologne, and after a while I worked it out, he had more toiletries and products than me. He always dressed well and smelt good. Luke was a confident man. My favourite memory of us together was when we were younger. Luke used to visit me on my father's property at South Tacoma. It was freezing cold this morning, and we got in the canoe, rowed across the river to get bread and milk, and on purpose I tipped the canoe. We were in hysterics with big jackets we had on, weighing us down, swallowing water. You lost your two mobile phones that were constantly ringing. We used to do so much together, so many adventures he took me on. I will miss you every night. I go to sleep. I'll have visions of myself dancing, laughing and crying with you. My memory of you is the only thing that will sustain me. My real only happy times, but upon a fortunate series of events, saw those dreams dashed and divided like a million stars in the night sky that I'll wish on over and over again, sparkling and broken, but I really won't mind because I knew that it takes getting everything you ever wanted and then losing it to know what true freedom really is. These are the memories I hold near and dear and close to my heart forever. In closing, I just want to share what a friend told me, in hope it may bring some comfort to anyone else who needs it, because it brought comfort to me. He told me that there is a religious belief that children 11 years and younger who are taken through sickness or tragedy gain shade on Judgment Day and automatic entry into heaven. The mercy from above in a tragedy like this is the young are often taken to avoid the damage and pain of a worse situation that may lie ahead. I thank you all for attending, and may my my big man and my little man rest in peace, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Now I'm going to call on Michael, my co-worker, and he's going to read some